Hi there, my name is Zamil Solanki. I'm a pharmacist and business strategist based in Brisbane. Now you might be wondering who this lovely lady is. She's actually my wife, Natasha. Hi Natasha.
Hi everyone.
Now you might be wondering why. Why do I have Natasha in the video with me today? So we're actually really excited to announce that we're expecting our first child. So we're expecting a beautiful baby girl to arrive with us towards the second half of February next year. So we're really excited about that. But the biggest reason for sharing this information with you all is that Natasha and I were having a chat, and she's often spoken to me about things relating to her pregnancy. And as a pharmacist, I've always wanted to make sure that I give her the best advice possible based on my knowledge, my experience, and all of the other information and resources that I get exposed to as a pharmacist. So Natasha, how's the pregnancy going?
So far I have been very lucky with our pregnancy, but I guess one of the things that really played on my mind was our journey to getting pregnant. So I was diagnosed with PCOS in early 2010 and have been on subsequent medications and sort of changing diets and most importantly the pill to help regulate my cycle since then. So when we started trying 2 years ago, wanting to start a family, there was obviously a lot of things that I had been unaware of with changing that and sort of how much was involved with my body getting back to sort of a normal state after coming off all the medications and coming off the pill, and what that meant and how long it would take to sort of get back to regular and actually have an opportunity, and what that meant for falling pregnant with us trying and the different timings and the cycles. So it was a little bit more complicated and things that I didn't know about. Initially when I was diagnosed and going on the pill and all the medications, a lot of doctors sort of mentioned that it wouldn't affect being able to get pregnant and the fertility side of things. So I never really thought anything more other than that. But coming off the pill, it was a little bit of a shock to the system. It took almost a year to sort of start getting anywhere close to like regular cycles, and even then just understanding a bit about what that means for trying, during that month when you've got your cycle, the best days and how that works, I had no idea about, and was one of the things that was great being able to talk to you about, and having that open relationship, you being a pharmacist as well, was having that knowledge and being able to help translate and make me feel like it wasn't something wrong with me, but also sort of going, this is kind of just how it works and some of the things you might feel and experience, and it was okay. And having that sort of encouragement really made it a little bit easier and less stressful.
Yeah, and look, and that's what I'm here for, not just as a husband, but and obviously first and foremost as a husband, but also then using my knowledge to help others. And that's my whole purpose in life, is to bring out the inner awesomeness out of those around me. So by helping Natasha, what I really learned was that so many of my patients in the pharmacy are actually asking me a lot of the same questions Natasha had about supplementation, about diet, about nutrition, about exercise, but also about just general care. And even not just for herself, but it was actually a really big lesson for me as a father-to-be, where there's a lot of, not necessarily misinformation, but a lot of lack of information out there for fathers as well, because at the end of the day, we're one half of the equation. Natasha is definitely going through a lot over the 9 months, and even leading up, as Natasha just explained to you today, leading up to our pregnancy, she's gone through a lot. But what kind of gets left on the wayside sometimes is that journey for both parents, and what we're here to do, I guess. And Natasha, how have you found, I guess, chatting with me as a pharmacist? Do you feel that that knowledge has helped you throughout the journey?
Definitely. Like I said before, it's been not only being my husband, but also understanding in between the jargon and the medications and what's really going to be best to help my body and yours as well, give it the best chance to actually fall pregnant was really important. That going to your GP was great and sort of getting that information, but just having that added layer of the differences between supplements and which ones might be better because of my PCOS, and what we're eating, and sort of how to factor in the right sort of exercise to kind of try give us the best chance, made it so much easier than there's so much information on the internet that sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming, particularly when you're going through trying, and if it is becoming a little bit more challenging and not happening as quickly as you thought with it can be a little bit hard to understand what to listen to, what not, and just being able to have someone kind of cut through or some of the nonsense or some of the bits that might not be applicable to me, and just sort of go, yes, that could be true, but not necessarily for you. This might work better for you. Was really helpful. And like you said, I think one of the big things was you being a part of that journey as well. Changing your lifestyle and your diet and your habits as well. Kind of understanding that it was both of us that were on the journey and not just me. Although there was different things that I was kind of dealing with and working through, that part of that was you as well, which really made a difference in kind of knowing that we were in together from the beginning.
And look, and that's awesome. And this is, I guess, why we're starting this video journey now, why we're starting to document, I guess, our journey, but also maybe your journey as well, because at the end of the day, what we found was a lot of the things that happen along this journey are somewhat not spoken about, or it's usually always just focusing on the highs, the good things around the pregnancy, not so much the lows. So what we're aiming to do together is to create a safe space to have these conversations. And what we're going to be doing is, to do that, is by using our social media channels, or my social media channels, to actually help educate and work with yourself, your loved ones, but also those even around you that might be experiencing some of the challenges as well. So as the main platform to do this, we're going to be using both Facebook and my YouTube channel. But also, for if you're after a more behind the scenes, even a more behind the scenes look, you can definitely subscribe to our Instagram handles as well. Now, that's not a plug for our socials, by no way. It's more or less just educating and just informing you where we're going to be posting this content, if it's something that you're going to be interested in. So we're going to be creating a whole series of videos, interviewing one another, but also using it as an opportunity just to check in with you and to help answer any questions that you might have as well, based on our experiences and the knowledge that I have through my pharmacy career. So we're super, super excited. Tasha's at 21 weeks now, just over 21 weeks. So like I said, we're due second half of February, and we cannot wait to explore and share the journey that we've been on in more detail, where we're at right now and where we're heading, and to take you on this journey with us. But like I said, this is going to be what I hope and what Natasha hopes to be a really safe space, a space where you can ask questions, where you can even network with our community, which is all the people within this Facebook group, to help create meaningful discussions and something that can hopefully create some positive impact in not only your life, but the lives of those that are most precious to you around you as well. So that's all from us for tonight. We definitely look forward to seeing you on the different channels. And actually, as we come along this journey, potentially, we're looking to host some Q&As, some live Q&As and things like that as well, where we're hoping to share our experiences, but we're to give you a platform to share your experiences as well with those around you. Because at the end of the day, what's been traditionally a very taboo subject that we find in our society, talking about things where pregnancies don't go well, and where there's miscarriages involved and things like that, and some of our closest friends, and including us, have gone through this journey, where it hasn't really been explored. And obviously, we're not going to discuss their stories unless they want us to. But essentially, what we're looking to do is to create that space where you can share these stories, and it's not taboo. So that is the number one aim of the game: create a safe space. That's enough from us for now. Folks, have a great day. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to sharing our journey and your journey with us as well. So bye for now. Chat to you soon.
Bye.